Kassan said it's a lesson, so let's see if they've learned theirs, as Cloud9 is setting up for a bit of a B-pop here. They're used to starting on the T side, so I'm sure this isn't any drama for them. 1x bet odds favoring G2, and HooXi's about to have a lot of pressure come his way.
They might have a very bad day. Both the duelies are on the other side, so just the USPs here trying to defend the B-bomb side, and Cloud9 relentlessly attacking it here. HooXi, though, sneaking in. I actually think that's really cool. Trying to get as much as he can there. Also, they just keep going. I can't believe it. All the way in the market to try and find him, and they will eventually. 1-for-1 trade, sure, but with the bomb plant behind them, Cloud9 are going to be quite satisfied with that, I believe. And now the question just is, how long can they stay alive? There's no flank coming up from the hallways. They didn't check inters. That's almost unbelievable. JKS, double return. Oh! That's a ridiculous flick, and Nafany goes down. I can't believe it. What an out-of-this-world play from JKS.
Yeah, trading there onto Monacy, but it's the kills that come after that of the beautiful forward setup just against a light investment here. So G2 need to be quite careful about this. They could give up some kills, and Axel, he's been extremely sharp as of late. Nafany gets peppered first, but Hunter from the top rope will put him to bed, tuck him in tight here. As blocked out once more, Nico deploys a smoke towards this A ramp, and into Shiro sit tidily behind it. Hobbit still up and towards Palace and waiting for timing to activate. And I can see why they'd like to lean out on A and just see if they can search for JKS, because sometimes G2 on their CT subs will play extremely heavy towards mid. Nice nade. JKS might get left on his lonesome, or he might be part of this mid-pack crunch. And if Hobbit could find a gap, that's something they can work with. So we'll keep an eye on that as they're being made mincemeat right now. Want to find a clean sweep. All 5 stay alive, and everybody needs to be on the same wavelength.
And even the first part of that, HooXi just had to get his own level up to scratch from the start. So yeah, a lot of moving parts in the G2 mix right now.
See this here, that was the mid-clamp where everybody was focused in. Really, HooXi was the only one not contributing, but they flashed forward, they took a fight with a lot, and in that play, G2 are hoping to catch multiple members, but they didn't catch anybody. They even just extinguished the molly, and they're sitting pretty right now. So C9, well prepared on the first gunny.
One flash left here on the G2 side. It better be a good one. He spots a couple of people. Surely the flash is going to be airborne soon. It just got popped, but it's late. Nico will get a kill, but there's nobody there to follow it up. That's a bit of a shame on the mistiming there, especially when it's your last bit of utility that you're going to be throwing. So 4-on-4, sure, but all of the nades go the way of Cloud9.
They've rotated away from B here. It's just HooXi.
It is just HooXi. Can't put out the Molotov, obviously. MP9 crouched down below, and he's going to get caught out in the open, and the round is won.
I don't know if there's a miscomm there, or if HooXi thought he was safe towards short, or if somebody should have had that covered off, but that looked way too simple for Cloud9. And I know pulling teeth isn't simple, but that's how that ran. Yeah, they like highlighting that. I know that Rush thinks it's cool, and Rush isn't with us right now. We've actually...
This one could be something just as powerful. Oh, Nico, what a flash against him. I can't believe that he's still alive, and eventually he'll die, but Monacy taking full advantage of all of that chaos, and also the nade to take down Nafany. So 2 versus 4. How does Nico live?
I don't know. He has some buff bodyguards right there, because he definitely had to trust in his teammates in that environment, and they delivered. He does eventually go down, but that was after the initial...
Try and do some damage to G2's economy, but yeah, they're going to let it run down, and that'll make it 3-1 in the favor of G2.
Yeah, so there is enough money for everybody else to get something that resembles a buy here.
Now, HooXi's been alone. This time he has the backup already in place, and that could really help out. Nico on a flank, that's a good catch. So if this Molotov slows them down and Nico can get there, this might be a done round, and G2 might be in a great position. He's actually going to go through the middle. I'm a little bit surprised. Want to see if he can find somebody in there. Molotov, but they're going to be jumping out the window. HooXi not ready for it. Through the fire they come. Hunter's going to pick up one, but he gets traded immediately. And it's a 3-on-3, and there should be a bomb plant to follow here. Monacy going to get Molotov and nade it down. That
was a perfectly timed combo there, and I don't think it was even intentional. Scout tag followed by the nade immediately. Monacy didn't. I think if you're G2, it's making sure that you don't allow C9 to get in your heads with this type of slow, methodical play. Because again, here, 30 seconds on the clock when the hit comes forward, and that is a huge shot from Axel, maybe boosted vent. And look at this change up. This is very pacey. So knowing they're going to focus mid, a massive gap has been found here. Steam rolled out. JKS is nowhere to be found. Now they know the setup, but here he is on top of the stairs. A headshot comes through. A trade there, but they can get the bomb down. They can just get it across.
Oh, what a spin around from Nico. That might actually change the round a little bit. He wanted to do more. The wallbang not quite working his way, but look at the health that's left on the rest of C9. Even after getting the bomb plant, finally, they're in a lot of trouble. HooXi's only now started to rotate out. They're really paranoid about something happening over at the B-bomb side, but yeah, they're going to be focused on the retake. 3-on-3 now. Smoke up into the palace. They have a Molotov on Hooksy when he arrives, and that could be a lot of trouble for Hobbit, who's in the back. No, not even Hobbit. Nafany could be even worse for him. He's low on health already. Bomb ticking, though. It's going to be Hooksy to open it up on Inters. Good start to the retake. There's an HE picked up, and Nafany gets blown up. All on Hobbit. 1 versus 3 to try and stop this defuse. What a start. Taking down Nico. They're already on it, but yeah, the slowed down Kit is going to be trying to show up.
He can't find the bomb.
That's shocking.
I was literally just focused on the kit, which was on JKS's body the entire time, out of Palace immediately. And I think the understanding in that situation was maybe we see them focusing more towards middle, right? And that was the right call. Or if JKS is here, he's just playing ticket.
Hooksy about to have a real bad day. USP, no backup. And, I mean, just surely saving the M4 is the name of the game. You can try and take some shots through as long as you can keep it alive here, but probably not worth to do anything more than that. Wow, I'm really still a little bit shook by the fact that they lost that last round. And also it goes into a round now where you don't really have the economy for anything. So it's going to be C9 taking a 4-3 round lead.
Outmaneuver. Hunter wanting to do some damage here on the way out the door. The bomb will go off. Axel more than happy to stay behind the toolbox. And that is secured. Now
Killer eyes in the back of his skull. Hobbit sneaking on. I actually think this is very interesting. Mac 10. If you slip up for a moment here, that Mac 10 can come charging through and ruin your day. And especially for Nico in this position, if he dies, it's going to lose them control of the entire center of the map, which you don't want. Molotovs being exchanged, and it looks like they want to go for the window room eventually.
This is some powerful territory quickly, so they might have to try and clear this. Nico is peering forward for a fight. It's just so much real estate for C9 to have with over a minute on the clock. And the flash, it looked good. Nico's step heard now. Does he really want to reconsider going for a fight? Fortunately, dodges most of the nade damage. He's getting cheeky with those jumps, isn't he?
Yeah. Pushing the envelope just a tiny bit. Under a minute. Bomb is still outside of the A bomb side.
Yeah, which is telling of an A split here. Shiro still has time to fall back if they do find a kill elsewhere, and gambling towards B. So Hooksy now pushing the apartments, trying to grab them some room, but it might come in too late. JKS to tuck in towards Dark, Monacy from spawn, and the split is coming their direction.
They're so isolated over here. Once again, Cloud9 have found a really incredible timing. It just JKS and Monacy. Although with that AWP, you never know. Not that many nades left on the C side, so they have to be careful that they don't just run out into the open. We know how good Monacy can. Maybe that timing window is kind of closing now because G2 are starting to rotate on in. Nafany controlling the jungle and the window really well at the moment, but the bomb is yet to make the cross. It's 15 seconds right now. They need to move. They need to get this bomb plant. Axel creeping in, and the Molotov on top. They're going to find Monacy. I can't believe it. C9 have found the bomb plant with no time at all, and it's right back into a 2-on-3. Hooksy's sneaking up behind. He must realize someone's here. He's thinking about it. Not quite sure where to find him. I think he just dodged it.
He's just opened up to a wider angle now. If he crept in here, he could have already dealt with this player, but doesn't want to open himself up towards jungle, so Hunter will do it for him.
Still a Molotov and Inters. That's a little bit of a problem. They're going to find Nafany here, but can they bank that Molotov off instead? Inters going to be walking straight out with the AK. No grenade needed. And C9, they're playing such a great opening idea for you, Chad.
Okay.
I think the reason the burst fire and the FAMAS hasn't been working is because you need to buy 5 and all have them on burst.
Okay.
That's 15 bullets a pop.
Well,
like a cloud of bullets coming your way.
We're about to have a cloud of 9 coming B, and there's a massive stack here. Yeah. Massive stack.
There is also 5-7. That's enough to stop it, I think. Oh, it's not. Hobbit instantly takes care of business. First scout headshot has been missed, and they're not going to get many more chances. JKS is good on the pistol. If you could have had that one too, it would have been fun immediately. 10 seconds now. Yeah, running out of time, but also running out of players on the defense. Nico trying to do something with the Eagles, not going to be working out. Time that's left at the end. If he's another member inside, it could have been really huge.
Look at this.
Oh yeah, they're doing it again. They want to see if they can put the pressure on. Nico trying to stop them, but Shiro on the return. Haven't had to say his name too much. In fact, that was the first kill for Shiro right there. Inters taking down JKS, and they're catching Monacy as well. Oh, the changes between the slow, excruciating, and suffocating rounds from Cloud9 into this kind of pace. And G2, they cannot keep up right now.
This is the only way they can find answers in middle. Fortunately, Hunter's drawn one back to make it a 2v2 situation. Axel and Shiro, the two you want alive, and Axel activates that bomb around the world. Hooksy isolated now. Traditionally the B defender. He's on A. Where is everybody? Nobody's home. Knocked on the wrong door and another round lost. It is insane to see the change-ups that are happening here. Kit highlighted, sure, he can pick that one up. There's another one just in front of him here as well.
He doesn't want them.
No, he doesn't know where they are. And as soon as the bomb gets planted now, well, the penny's going to drop. Does he even want to risk this? He shouldn't. He should try and grab an AWP, grab an AK, save it.
Yeah.
This calling from Cloud9, Blair and Kassad are going to have a field day talking about this, because this is showing how shallow G2 is, that Cloud9 can study the demo, come out and exploit these gaps time and time again, reading them like a book. And that shot didn't quite connect. Damage was done, but I thought it looked lethal. The Glock will. And that's a difference maker. If you want to start with maybe Monacy playing Ticket with the AWP and 3 rifles, a bit more nimble around mid and can activate at different times, because once an AWPer gets smoked off window, it's pointless being there.
All right, they're sending in Hobbit first. They are kind of attacking the stronger part of the defense at the moment, so still only pistols. You're going to be careful. JKS, it's a good start, but he wanted to find a second and just could not. Monacy with the one Deagle headshot. They need a call on him again. He has to get more than that, and he's just so isolated. So, I mean, good call from G2 to stack up. It seemed to be the right idea, but they cannot find the kills that are necessary. And now smokes are going up, and it should be a bomb plant flank coming, but this should be readable for C9. I'm sure they're going to be thinking about it.
Shiro actually just had a glance over there, so he's called that clear for now. Hunter does fire a shot, but they already knew where he was. So as he maneuvers back through CT spawn, it is buying a bit of time for HooXi's flank. The bomb will already be planted, and at this point, he'll be lucky to get one. Spotted now, the dink's pretty good.
Yeah, that'll do some damage. Smoke is up. Shiro happy to fight close here. Hunter coming in from the other side. See set. What a headshot it is. Jumps up and almost could have had it. But Shiro will be the hero of the round.
A bit of punches. We do get the AWP out for Monacy now. And can that be the difference maker? They're using him aggressively, not passively. And he's gone down to his nemesis on the other side. Shiro plucks him.
Nico, good swing. But there's someone in the smoke there with him. They've traded places. Oh, this could be devastating. If they can group around this, I'm sure Hobbit is calling out of his mind right now, saying, you know what, I've got a position here. Let's see. Yeah, they're never going to be... Oh, almost screws it up completely, but still, that actually could cost them... I mean, he gets the kill, but if he would have got it straight up, he would have been ready for more.
It's surprising he didn't just take the space that they gave to him.
Yes.
And just creep through, take jungle, maybe trying to isolate that A fight. Maybe waiting for Axel to come through the underpass, and they could have comboed and cleared mid together. Now they find themselves in a rougher situation, but trying to isolate a fight over towards B is Shiro, and the door is just left wide open. HooXi's position...
Yeah, he knows. He heard the footsteps. He heard him running down below. I'm 100% sure. Shiro right back in there. AWP. Oh, he misses it. If he would have had it, he would have probably got the bomb plant, and then there would have been Inters running away from the other side. That is quite close.
Yeah, that is actually, very unlucky for poor Shiro, and very lucky for HooXi. Better kiss his lucky rabbit's foot. As Inters now has just made a step. Now, JKS is looking like he's considered this, and he'll find the kill. So, one back eventually for G2.
Heard it, so he was so secure in walking down there. Dangerous stuff. Nafferty, here's the footsteps, but 2 people on the other side. Nico and JKS able to trade 2 for 1 in their favor. And G2 with a good shot here. I mean, like you said, if they could get up to 6 or something like that, that'd be a nice little boost to their confidence, perhaps.
Yeah, I think they were fed up of being dictated to towards that part of the map, right? So that's a very risky maneuver, having multiple members flood in through the palace position, but it pays off. And now they're attempting to isolate the lone defender of the B bomb site, Mr. HooXi, one more time. And if he keeps jumping, Shiro is quick. He might be able to scoop. Oof.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in that position either. Nice flash over. Monacy on the assist to take down Hobbit. Axel, that's a deep jump. And HooXi, this time he's ready for it. Shiro trying to manipulate that smoke, but it's going to be HooXi to shut it down. Good double, good defense. And finally...
They don't prioritize saving the AWP in the same way. I think that's also the nature of the AWPer that Monacy is. He's a lot more aggressive than what you do see at the meta at the moment. I know I say that and then you think of people like Brokey, but think of players like Shiro and James, those type of AWPers who are a bit more passive.
Oh, good stuff. Always enjoy the clicks, don't we? Nice spray. JKS has actually been playing a little bit quietly. A great game right now. 13-5.
That's all good. That's why we're here. As this could be a nice peek for Shiro. Finds the gap in the smoke. Nico goes down. That is one way to kick this round off.
Yeah, that is actually huge. Monacy, new position for him, and that could have been a surprise. It did not look like Axel was quite ready for it, so he could have been dead right then and there, but missed opportunity perhaps. Hunter going to take the kill and swiftly retreat from that position. Does not want to stick around. Who can blame him? Bomb being brought back through T-spawn to join up with Inters, I believe, who's up in the A Palace at the moment. So we'll see if they can find another way to get out. Right now, what do you feel about this defense? 2A, 2B? Huge gulf between them on the map.
Yeah, well, they might have to both play aggressive for information. It's a little bit more pressure on the A side of things, just by nature of window, connector, and you can see them starting to hover forward now. So looking for the toes, well, Hobbit's going to find the first fight. JKS drops the bomb. Wants to smoke that off now. They have to come towards these two players, and the rotation, it's miles away.
They need Axel from the middle to clear this up. They need Axel to be the opening. I don't think they can get through here. Otherwise, he's thinking about it. He wants to move forward. He hasn't found anyone yet. Oh, the timing, not with Monacy at all. Axel getting into a very good position right now. Almost has it, but just over the smoke. I can't believe he's not seen anyone yet. 20 seconds, and there's the shot that brings down Monacy, taking JKS next. That is expertly played. The patience on Axel to win it. Headshot from Inters, and Hooksy on his own in a lot of trouble. Back here, one good nade or a shot. It's from Inters to bring him down, and a 9-6 finish in favor of C9. That's a powerful first half.
Very loud about this.
Wow, speed behind it, not slowing it down. All the way up through connector, headed towards jungle, running into Shiro, and he'll take at least one of them. Monacy, very quiet in the opening half, so good to see him get a kill here in the pistol at the very least. And Nico to drop Hobbit right afterwards. But the trades continue, and C9 are staying in the round, at least for now.
That was a really important position for JKS to lose right there. Fortunately, Nico's still alive, takes out Nafany's head, and I think they have a pretty good idea where the last two are coming from. Inters from CT spawn, and Axel, wow, they know he killed JKS over towards the catwalk position.
That was unbelievably close to being the stoppage of a bomb plant completely. Maybe at least getting the 3 versus 2 the other way with no bomb plant. That would have been a bit of a nightmare for G2. But they're in a good position right now. 2 USPs, P250 at range. They have everything they could want in this round here. Good trade. Nico back at it with a 3rd kill of the round. And Axel on his own to back on out of there. Realizes absolutely no way that he could get the bomb now. So G2 winning the pistol on the second half is something to work with.
Oh, Foxy, yeah, goes down here as well. Everybody dies. So G2, this is 1 AK, 3 Galils, and a MAC-10 are actually up against a pretty tidy buy, and they're coming through the smoke. Hooksy will find the opener here, so at least they're in.
Yeah, even if he almost died, that is so worth it. Such an important opening right there. Shots, he's still alive somehow back there. He's found himself a tiny bit of real estate where no one's going to be able to get him right now, at least. Nico, hyper-aggressive. And this kind of playstyle is something that everyone playing Nico should be super scared to be seeing. I've seen so many Nico games where, especially on the T side, he just suddenly becomes determined to win, and then he just does it. We'll try and work that into the broadcast more.
Or alliteration, yeah, let's do it.
All right, we can find out something, I'm sure. Nico, yeah, easy opening. You know they're going to be unarmored. Might as well try and do it. Good little boost, but he's just not impressed at all.
Thank you.
20th kill.
I'll take that kill, and I'll have information that there's one more of you towards CT spawn. So, well, maybe he won't. At least he knew the information, but he's dead now.
I have this sinking feeling that in Nico's mind, he's already won this map. It's just reality has to catch up. I've seen these kind of maps so many times for Nico before. I can't even necessarily couldn't maybe write it down on the piece of paper exactly what's different, but when you're watching it up now, 9-9.
This is a classic move. This is a classic move out of the Hunter playbook. They've been running this for years, and it's going to pay off immediately. Traditionally in the backlines, this time gets the first fight. But down, Hobbit too. That's massive from Hunter.
Yeah, absolutely. Axel always making noise. Nico surely hearing it, but no call coming out. Hooksy's going to get shot in the back. That's a little bit unfortunate, but it's a free kill for Nico, as Axel was not in the mood to check that. Probably had no real reason to anyway. 1 versus 3 and picking up the AWP and running away. It's going to be 10-9.
For those of you who do know June at home, but we've got Hooksy's world, right? We're talking about GigaChat Hooksy.
For C9, some of these opening kills are going to be crucial if G2 want to avoid the traps that are being set for them. UMP, like you pointed out, at range. And up on this ladder is going to be enough to take down Nico. It's a good start. 4 versus 5. Still got plenty of time, but some of the nades are coming out now, slowing them down. They must be feeling the pressure, but look at Hunter. Oh. He's finding that empty bomb site. Nafany, though.
What?
Maybe taking down Monacy.
Well, okay, all right, never mind. It's taken me a while to piece that one together. That looked like a very strange exchange right there. Never mind, we understand how that one went down.
Yep, took me a minute too.
Well, the penny has dropped, and Axel with another kill. The bomb lose, 29 seconds. They need to get this frag, and they need to get it now. JKS 2, Tibbet, and Axel will blow his noggin off up to 18. The rifler at the moment stepping up. Sure, Nico's one thing, but Axel's another, and Hunter has to save.
That stack at the B bomb site, and it all just works out.
Yeah, well, I think they did a little bit much on that. Missed incendiary there. Problems now, but still 3 players residing on B. Reading the player, C9. They've been ahead in a lot of these gun round situations.
So that missed incendiary might be a little bit of a problem. I think it was meant to go out on the catwalk, so it would have slowed them down at the very least. 30 seconds on the clock here. 3 people at the B bomb site. It is a good defense that's been set up. Axel traded, but Shiro back here flexing that AWP. And JKS is going to go down. This has been slowed way too much down. 2 on 4 in favor of C9. They're looking to get up to 11 before G2 can. Gun barrel showing. Nice running shot almost there for Modesty, but it doesn't change the fact that he's on his own. Hobbit will flank him and take him right down. So
He's the lone individual selling this one in mid, and as he steps out, he will go down.
yeah, Nafferty able to find that one. Shiro here, not feeling that scared. There is a Deagle on the other side on Nico, so that's the only real weapon that can probably do some damage. Good spray from Hobbit. One in return, but you have to assume that for Nico and Hunter here, not going to be able to do too much more from this position.
If it was against another team, I would say maybe. But the thing is, with Cloud9, they're just going to turtle up. They're not going to give them any options. They'll allow their individuals who should play to play next. Look at this. Fortifying with 3 players towards connector and window. They're not even fighting from ticket anymore. That flash has been spotted, so Nico boosted up, but now they know where both are. Axel with the flank from help into how things were when Alexi was there.
All right.
So they're giving more autonomy to the players to make the decisions. They give them the framework, and that is a massive shot. Hooksy onto Axel. That's not one you see going down every day of the week.
Oh, absolutely caught him. And Modesty to pick up Nafferty. It's a good start. Oh, you want to fight at range with the M4? That's great. Modesty will take that every day. Inters and Shiro, they don't have that much money. So, I mean, they have some on the C9 side, but this is not worth it.
And here's the thing, here's the bigger problem. You're right, they need to save, but Hooksy's already in window. Hunter's already up here on catwalk. The bomb can get planted momentarily, and these rifles can get ripped away. It's not going to be the end of the world, but as we head down the home stretch here, with the loss bonus quite low.
They're going to keep in it. We did warn everybody, or we did promise, maybe a better way to say it.
I think we've almost concluded all of the Group A 1-0 matches as well. I'll reflect on that, but we can stay focused on this, and the kid's come alive.
Yes, he has. We know how lightning fast he can be. Hobbit trying to make up for that one-man deficit by getting a bit of info, sneaking up there. That's a nice idea if you could find the right timing. But JKS has made no noise backing off from this position. In the meantime, 3 of the other members of G2 are kind of working the middle.
Yeah, the bigger issue is not maybe even the info play from Hobbit here. It's Hooksy again. That's on Axel twice. I know that I'm isolating individual fights, but Axel's been the rifler popping off. And the Giga Chad Hooksy, no word of a lie this time round. Those are impact frags. And look at the pressure on Inters now. He's scrambling. He needs help.
He does. And the help is coming. Nafferty showing up. A little bit of an AWP that he's stolen away there. But he's not going to be in time. He can't run there with the sniper rifle to try and get onto the bomb site. So bomb's going to be planted. There is a flank coming in from Hobbit, but I imagine it's going to be stolen. There's another flank coming in from JKS potentially if they need it. So you have to assume C9 are not going to...
Another buy available here, but we're tied up again. I don't want to give people spoilers.
That's really interesting. Nico now. Speed change once again. Let's see if it's going to be working out. Some good counter nades coming out here from the defense, and Nico's going to get shut down. They tried to pull this. They wanted to see if they could find a weak B bomb site. But now there's 3 people here. Hunter almost getting it on Axel, but they might have done enough here. Yeah, through the smoke as well. Change of pace did not work out for G2.
No, and you can understand that call as well, and the fact they committed it to it there from G2, because Nico, we've seen him do those type of maneuvers on his own, just looking for isolated fights. They might expect this to be a default, but they've shifted gear, and it hasn't worked out. Now, it's Modesty and Hooksy, the 2 towards the tail end of the scoreboard remaining. Now, do they want to push the issue? Hooksy's the one with the biggest cash discrepancy at the moment, and Modesty searching, has to stay scoped unless he wants to quick change away. He's here, just scoping around, taking a look, and going to be a very wide angle he needs to take to clear out this position under dark. You also have Shiro towards Ticket and Hobbit residing so passively in CT spawn. They're not giving anything away right now.
I was gonna say, it must be real frustrating not being able to find anybody. You're pretty deep in on that bomb site and you're just not finding any targets. Hooksy's gonna be going down. Good close from Nafany.
If they B split against an AWP, you really need pressure from the B apartment so Shiro isn't just having the shooting gallery down short.
They're getting really close right now, aren't they, to that B bomb site? That's kind of scary for Shiro. Even if he does have that range on the AWP, he's got to be worried about the flashes going up. He's doubting himself. He's running back into it. This might be his graveyard. He's not going to be able to defend it at all. Shiro going down. Good opening. Double kill going the way of G2 and Nafany. That Molotov is going to spread and catch him. Hooksy able to do that, and obviously nobody else is rotating even close, so they tie up the game in reverse now. 13-13.
That's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, 1-0 column matches have concluded. NIP Sprout FaZe currently waiting.
It's going to be set up here. Always a fun idea, but now they're also kind of committed to it. Looking down into that underpass. Missed shot. Shiro,
Oh, no.
He's going to get sprayed down. Hunter on the double kill. Axel again falls, and he has been the main engine for C9. What an absolutely unmitigated disaster down there. 3 versus 5, and Hunter's looking for more. If they challenge him, Modesty missing an opportunity, and Hobbit bringing it back, and no reply. I thought maybe they'd at least get one in return, but not at all.
That's crazy. That's crazy that Modesty doesn't kill. Now, JKS gives up his position. I think they know that Nico and Hunter were both towards the underpass, so connect the dots. They should have all the information right now on the Cloud9 side. Bob Maroon, top of mid. They need to hightail it back there and get that space, but look at how proactive Hobbit is being. He's reacted to the loss of players in middle. He's peeked out. He's got a double. And he's made the play that might actually trump that of Hunters. Now Inters and Nafany are grouping more aggressively towards this short position. They need some information back. So as Nafany starts to live forward, Inters will tether himself not too far behind.
Timing is interesting right here. Who's actually going to be catching who? Nico in the right position. It just as well could have been that Nafany would have been able to catch Hunter coming up from the underpass. So yeah, a little bit of a coin flip there almost. Too many smokes in the window. Yeah, that's not necessary at all.
And look where Hobbit is. He can still really win this round. If Inters is slightly jarring here, it's going to send them fast in towards A. Big shot. Noted now. Time's a problem. Inters is just locking this down. JKS in a 1-on-2 with 10 seconds.
And he's so smart, Inters. Probably, you know, felt like he could have had that last one, but plays it out slow, and now there's no time. JKS cannot fake the bomb, so he just has to go for it, and Hobbit will take him down. Hunter ate that nade. And right on the other side, ready and waiting for him, Shiro. We'll see if that M4A1 is going to be the correct choice in this position. It will be. Instant headshot to bring down Hunter. And that's the entire mid portion of this. Like, all the energy is gone from this part of the map. Now, they're just coming out of the palace and out of that A ramp, and ready and waiting as Hobbit anchoring the bomb site like he has been many times before. Shiro on now a triple kill. It's going to be Modesty entirely on his own, and this is just too much to handle. Again, C9, they're not really a team to fight you in this angle. They're just going to say, yeah, we'll back out. We'll try and play this one slowly. Eventually, if they come, I'm sure they're going to be all at once, but until everyone has shown up, it's not going to be worth it. Axel to bring him down. 15 on the board of G2, and again, on Cloud9, and no bomb plant. Heartbreaking. Oh, nade on Hunter. Fighting with just pistols, fighting for a miracle here on G2. Otherwise, C9 are going to make their way through, and they're going to be one step short of the major, so we'll see. Maybe G2 have one more trick up their sleeves. It's going to be straight to the B. Bomb site Inters. He lines them up. He's on his own. And apparently that was enough. Hooksy will finally bring him down, but that double kill is so deadly. Axel to drop Modesty. Hunter fighting in the middle. He takes one, but can't win the fight at range. And last to go down is Hooksy. 16-13 as C9 defeat G2.